He was just trying to get the job done himself.
Yeah, probably trying to catch him before he got into a position to put the bomb down. There was once the bomb's down behind that statue, I guess you never really know what could happen. But 6-3 and the 10th round is coming up here. I still say things are looking pretty good for Envy, especially because they can still buy. The problem always occurs, especially on the CT side, when you have to start ecoing, unless of course you just win that eco round, but more often than not, that's not going to be happening. Kenny holding a bit passive over here with the AWP, but still just enough that they might be walking into it.
Yoshima's taking a passive angle this time around instead of facing on Plateau itself, where he's actually had a bit of a rough time despite his antics with the AWP. He's playing from the site instead, so Envy putting a little bit more focus on drop room right now in case Fnatic try and take control of it, because right now they don't actually have anybody looking dead in. They don't have anybody playing from the room itself. But Fnatic, seeing as how they've had some success actually on Plateau, they decide to gear up for the push out onto the B site with 40 seconds left. They have everybody ready to go, and this should be smokes going out as well. They have all the nades necessary.
See them setting up here. 35 seconds is really not a lot of time. If they get bogged down, and especially if the bomb drops somewhere back up on that plateau, you can spend a lot of time trying to pick it up, but they are going to run in for it here. 25 seconds left. Hiroshima still playing behind the fountain. And time is being bought. Look at the full rotation. Everybody from Envy has shown up here, and this could be a do or die round for Fnatic. MBK spraying down one, but Apex is returned on it. Hiroshima gonna go down now. Where is that bomb plant? 10 seconds left. JW, he's gonna pick up one more, and it's all on Kenny. They see the gun barrel as well. 8 seconds, and there it is. JW practically impaling him with the AWP, and it will be Fnatic picking up the round with 3 members left alive. Very, very close there with the time left, but it does work out.
Ridiculous, right? Just ridiculous. And I mean, Hiroshima, he just couldn't find the time to shine there. He kept peeking out, and the angles were all off for him. I mean, he did a good job trying to stay alive as long as possible, but he still needs to be picking up one.
And now look at this. Look at this wonderful stuff here from Envy. 5 deagles. Well, they are pretty good.
Oh, JW just wants to make it easy for him. He's like, yeah, you know, I know you guys aren't buying Kevlar, so you know what?
Oh, there's the return. He even got the first shot. I was like, MBK's just down there, you know, test out, saying, come on, take that shot. You're going to get the first punch in, but here's mine.
You want to test my chin, bro?
Yeah, knockout to JW. All of us get some good spray control off there, and Kiyoshima's going to be gone. But the Deagle is a good pistol, and within the sort of that world, Envy are among some of the best.
No, NBK happy in particular. I mean, Thorin, he's going to cherish that jersey like nothing else. It's going to be his pillow cover or something, I swear. All right, but
nice use of Molotovs in the back there, just checking those positions. That was Happy that was there earlier. It's a really good job here. And again, Olofmeister using another Molotov. Really smart play from Fnatic. Just checking everything that they can, and a spray down. Olofmeister taking 4 before he's gone. And Kenny will be left here. Bomb is also down, so smart play, I think, from Fnatic overall. Those Molotovs are a nice way to make sure, because what you really want to do with the Deagle is try and play those corners where you can sort of jiggle peek in and out, take a couple of shots. If you're standing in fire and doing it, it's just a lot less effective.
Yeah, the whole roasting of that thing, yeah. You know, burning alive is not very pleasant.
That tends to get you defocused.
Yeah, right. Or to grab your attention pretty quick. I mean, regardless, eco round, 2 kills for, you know, minimal investment on Envy's part. I think they'll be pleased with that, and they still do have the money for the buy here, and a couple of kits to play with as well. And look at this, Apex going for the ultra aggressive smoke, right on the edge. Flusha usually playing top of mid, so this is Apex trying to go off of the usual tendency of his opponent over here. But this time Flusha's actually taken over apartments fairly early. And so Envy will fall back, having found nothing, and Olofmeister again just abusing this gap in the smoke.
Yeah, nice play. I mean, I really love what they were doing on the other side in the middle, because that's probably a smoke that from the terrace side looks almost like the regular smoke. You see it and you think, oh, they smoked up middle like they normally do, and then there's actually a guy hiding in the corners. Those are some very small tricks. That's actually how a lot of the metagame evolves over time.
And again, I mean, Fnatic now are going for the fake. I love it. This is what's important about it. But these are also the little tricks, the mind games. They're like, ah, yeah, well, you know, we were so successful with the last one. Why wouldn't we just go for an execute again? Instead, they're just going to speed up towards the A site, and this is where Apex is playing from. He's still here, and he actually hits that first headshot onto Pronax, or rather, onto JW. Pronax comes back, takes out Happy, but this is buying time. He's actually bought so much time, Apex, that the full rotation is coming out, and he gets the double spray. 2 men down for Fnatic. Olofmeister and Flusha getting picked off, and it's all going to be down to Olofmeister in this case, but he's just not good enough this time. 7-5. Envy keeping control of that situation.
So because the rotation time, if you're in the middle towards the drop, is roughly the same to the A-bomb side as the time you get spotted in the middle if someone's up there like Apex was. Like those two lines are almost exactly this when he sees them there, the people who are in drop are going to start rotating in towards the A-bomb side. So you running up the slope and them coming in from drop is almost the same time. That's why that position is so good. It's exactly like they did in the pistol round. Kenny was up there. You get so much time. They saw that fake coming, and it also helps that Apex drop the triple kill. But either way, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade early on here. JW for Happy. And Kenny sneaking up on the plateau here, and that's also a bit confusing for Fnatic. If they see Kenny, if they get him killed, then what do they know about the enemy setup here? All of my is going down. That was actually Kyoshima taking that kill, and a follow-up shot. Kenny dropping Pronax. Flusher and Crims are going to be left now.
You're absolutely right. I mean, that's also the freedom that Kenny has. Contrary to some teams where they want to have their offers act more like turrets and just fixed on some positions, Kenny, he can go wherever he wants on the map. And so that's just to keep Fnatic guessing. He needs to have that confidence to be able to shift up, and this time it works. Even though he kind of gave it away taking that initial shot, the element of surprise wasn't there, he still gets a kill out of it.
Right, because usually you will have certain players playing certain positions, which is a really good idea. Kenny back here, trying to see if he can actually get the second kill in, and he will do it. Flusher crouching right into it, which is going to leave Crims without the bomb. 1 versus 3 with 30 seconds left. Kind of a hard position to crack here for him.
Especially because Envy don't really have to take any risks. Kenny at the back. He's going to spot him, and then Kyoshima just there instantly to support.
So the downside of having all your players play exactly the same position is as soon as the enemy sees where you are, they're going to know what kind of setup you have. They know, okay, we've killed the guy playing B. That means that defense is going to be a bit weak, and now let's move around. But with Kenny, just the other round, he was all the way over at long, playing that aggressive angle with the AWP. Now he's back on the B plateau. If you find Kenny, you might be able to guess a little bit about how the setup is, but you won't know for sure. There's always a chance that he's just, out of his regular position, and that's annoying to Fnatic.
Ooh. Nice nade. Fnatic trying to adjust to make sure that Happy can't go for any cheeky boost this time. They don't want him getting out there too quick. So a little HG damage onto Apex. Happy didn't commit, of course. He saw it coming. But Happy, he goes for the double AWP. This is where Envy can really shine now, Anders. They can get these double ops. It's going to perhaps have an element of surprise here for Fnatic, given that Happy, hasn't really been opping yet on this in this half. It's been Kenny doing the majority of the work, and this time Fnatic are going to go for that A execute. This time they are going to set up, and they have the Molotovs as well.
I'm a bit worried what happens here if Happy misses the shot. I like that MBK's in here now, because otherwise Kyoshima would be very much alone in this corner, but it works out just fine, and MBK's going to be spraying down JW. Kenny goes down. A bit of an expensive round here, but it's not the end of the world. And Flusher, he will take Apex with him. Doesn't have the bomb and can't escape, so good adjustment. MBK on 1 health with the triple at the end. And also Kyoshima with the double kill is going to make it 9-5.
That's what I was wondering, if they were going to succeed in picking up both ops.
And for the 15th round, yeah, does end up working out for them here. And for the 15th round, the last of the half, what they have, because they didn't get the bomb plant, that was the thing. If they'd had the bomb plant, it would be all AKs. They just had enough money to go all AKs if they had the bomb. But now instead, it's going to be down to pistols and armor and a lot of grenades, but still, Fnatic 5 or 6 rounds for that matter. I think actually 6 would have been just on the edge. I don't think 5 rounds is enough for the first half here.
No. Although, this has happened in the past. They have shown that they have a strong CT side in this tournament even. It is a bit much considering the caliber of Envy's T side. Envy aren't going to make mistakes.
Olaf.
Yeah, he's playing on the edge.
Stop firing that gun, you're triggering Happy.
This is something though we haven't really seen. The setup that's going up here for Fnatic in the apartments. They haven't really been giving too much attention to it so far in this half, and now Apex, he's going to get overwhelmed. 3 guys there to spam Tech 9s at him. Of course one's going to find his head eventually. But what? Speaking of that, look at that shot from Kenny. Sick reaction and a flick on a JW. All of my goes charging in, double kill for him, and it's falling apart for Envy.
Wow. Kenny taking one more though, but Crims is going to drop him mid-air, trying to jump up on that rooftop, and now it will be all down to Kyoshima here. He's got the time and the kit and a smoke as well to try and block off any angles, and that's definitely a very valuable tool. I hope he's going to try and put it off to one side. So yeah, just trying to get himself out here, or actually fake it out a bit. Crims the only one with a rifle, and Kyoshima has a decent chance if they make a couple of mistakes here.
This is the still play. I mean, yeah, the crossfire is there. They have a rifle on Crims at least. It's not an AK. Pronax now knows where Kyoshi was playing from. He's going to get peekabooed. But Crims, he is kind of far away. The bomb is planted for him, though, so this shouldn't be an issue. Into the 1v1. And this time, can Crims actually do it again? Yep, easy shot. Removes Kiyoshima. Such a difficult position for Kiyoshima. He had no idea where Crims was hiding. And so that's a very important round, though, for Fnatic. And I mean, they need every T round they can get. 9-6 is a fantastic score for Envy to be finishing this half on.
I mean, so we saw two beautiful things that round, obviously. There was some vintage Kenny, you know, flick reaction. Olaf didn't even touch the ground by the time he hit the first Tech9 headshot. That must have been disgusting to watch from Envy's point of view. You know, he just comes charging out of there with the goddamn Tech9.
Oh, so this is how it feels.
Yeah, exactly. Taste of their own medicine, is that what you're implying?
Damn straight. Doctor called, ring ring. A spoonful. Alright, well.
I mean, right now, it's 9-6 favoring Envy, and I've got to say, from their point of view, it's a job well done for the first half, without a doubt. But you are right, Fnatic, they are well known for making pretty big comebacks. So, you know,
that's how they made their bones, right? That's how they, you know, they really established themselves as a world-class team, is on their CT side.
And not to, I mean, it's not even a controversial statement here, but obviously pistol round, I think, is going to be the crucial thing for, especially for Fnatic. I think if Fnatic want to get back in, then that pistol round is going to be their ticket to it. And Envy are notoriously bad at playing pistol rounds.
And Envy lost the last pistol round. This is like playing out a little bit like it was on Mirage, although this time Envy have definitely got a better score coming out of the half. You know, they won the first pistol round, but then they lost the second pistol round to Fnatic. So
I mean, the MO for Envy has always been to lose pistol rounds and then just pick up the following round.
Right.
It's what they do so much, but right now I feel like it'd be safer for them to just you know, train 3 rounds in a row, make it 12-6, and that's a hard comeback for Fnatic.
That's when they earned the moniker LDCZ way back in the day. I mean, a year ago.
You see Khan here looking very focused, right?
Khan always looks focused, though.
He does. Hard-working
he
man.
is like, you know, pure Swede. You know, not a lot of jokes.
Well, 16th round is coming up here. It's the second half, second map, first quarterfinals of the day here in Cluj-Napoca, Dreamhack major tournament. And we're going to be seeing if Envy can put us onto a third map, or if Fnatic are going to take 2. They did defeat them on Mirage. So right now, Fnatic do have a 1-map lead, and Envy looking to steal that away from them. It is mostly armor on both teams, although Apex and Kenny did have a couple of grenades in there. JW missing the shot for the smoke, and more people are coming. Kenny's going to take him out. Apex with the shot. Great start here for the terrorist side. Happy chiming in. He wants a little bit of action too. Flusher and Crims are going to be left, and now just Flusher, and he is miles away. You might as well just walk off here. Nothing to be achieved from this point out.
Yeah, just hold on to your Kevlar, Flusher. You're not going to be able to pull this off 1v5. Envy, they're even out and hunting for him. They don't care about the gear that they've got. They're about to win the round. I mean, there was no real subtlety there, Anders. I mean, it was just a delayed rush out on the plateau. Everybody hit their shots, and I think that's the main thing, is that JW, he didn't hit the shots on the 2 guys coming out of smoke initially, and he lost that duel on the follow-up man. And that's really where it came back to bite them, Fnatic. If he'd have been able to at least whittle down Envy a little bit before they got onto that bomb site to get the plant, Fnatic might have been able to do something.
I think we also just have to say that if he had hit those shots with the smoke, you know, we would have had to have reported him or something. That would have been so outrageous that I don't even know. I mean, that would have been the worst way to lose a pistol round, but
Wait, we're not talking about Flusher right now.
I see what you did there. 10-6, and that 17th round is coming up. And again, Fnatic with a slightly more careful approach here, not going mad with the pistol armor already. They have brought some pistols, but trying to keep that economy a bit more reasonable. It is interesting. It is like a clashing of 2 styles or 2 different theories about how the economy works in this game here. And I mean, these 2 teams are 2 of the best in the world, so it actually shows that there is room for different ways of playing the game. There isn't like one decidedly this is the best way. So it's a nice matchup.
This is months and months of convincing on Pronex's part to get Fnatic to actually be willing to save in a round like this, in a follow-up round, and not go for the force buy. And so far, it's actually working out pretty well. Turns out HEs do a lot of damage if you eat one. And well, Apex is going to find Olaf Meister. He's actually taking long-range duels with this MP7, but he's the man with the most HP, so he has to kind of try and create some space for his team right now. Kiyoshima, NBK, Kenny, I mean, these are all very dangerous health pools to have going, because Deagle, 1 shot from Crims is going to end you. Pronax even with the P250. This is still, feasible for Fnatic. And there you go. Kiyoshima is going to be taking out Flusha. So that's one part of the defense taken out now. Pronax and Crims are going to try and close in, see if they can't do some long-range damage. But then Apex with a double spray. That's actually the worst-case scenario. The whole reason why Fnatic would go for the Force with the Kevlar is to mitigate the damage of the SMGs, to slow down that economy-building tool that Apex is using. Because Apex getting 3 kills. 3 kills with that is $1,800 in his pocket. Bonus on top of the win money.
I actually would almost say that if ever there was a team to try and force up against, if you're Fnatic, might just be Envy, because you know they're going to be so greedy with all these SMGs, right? Again, all they have is the 2 AKs here.
But they went, well, they had 3 AKs initially. It was 2 SMGs, 3 AKs. So Envy actually were also, you know, trying to play against what Fnatic usually do, which is force. So Envy went for a bit of a catch-all approach to this. They didn't fully commit a la YOLO like Nip do with like 4 Mac 10s, right?
I like that though. Happy and Kenny putting the SMGs to work. I mean, you gotta respect Envy for actually making sure the SMGs get all these kills here. Happy picking up another one, looking for Crims, and it will be the triple spray down with that SMG. And that's so much money for Envy here. Not only are they doubling the round score off the Fnatic lineup, they're also having an incredible economy going into this this second half here.
And this is the result of all. I don't understand, Anders. You hard eco twice, but you don't get a kit, not a single kit. And you get helmets. When you know, okay, there's only one guy with an MP7, but I mean, you get helmets when you know there's AKs. I don't know, Fnatic, I would really love for there to be a kit on your side right now. But they want to prioritize the nades, okay, but still, $400 investment into a kit that could save you a round.
I actually, I definitely agree, especially with the helmets as well. This is not a map where there are pretty much no wall bangs on this map, except for a very few ones. Not like Cash or something where you could say you could get wall banged and maybe that helmet would make a big difference. But yeah, just the one kit, please.
Just one. Just a pinch. But well, I mean, as far as the scoreline is concerned right now, 12-6, Envy in the lead. Minute on the clock. Flusher goes for a pop flash to make his way out of that. Play from a more defensible position, falling back onto that site. Olafmeister still very close, though. They aren't really in positions to support each other, so this is a little bit dangerous for Fnatic. But the man rotating in is actually going to help things here. Now they have that triangle of doom set up, Fnatic. This is where it could get really interesting.
Olaf being very aggressive in the middle. If he actually finds out, oh, he's going to be pop flashed in. That hit 3 people, and now they're all coming for him. It's too many targets. Ends up going down. Flusher hiding in the corner, and they're getting dangerously close. He's got 3 people here, though. A huge presence for Fnatic on this A bomb site. JW finally returning a kill. But right now, Envy just winning all the aim fights, and they are going to take over this site. Crims drops one, but he can't stay alive. And Pronax now going to have to try and clutch it here. He drops the bomb on Apex, and that's a huge kill. 15 seconds. And what is MBK going to do? He's out there, he's picked up the bomb, and he is going to get a chance to get it down. He actually goes and looks for Pronax first. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Now he has to hold it down, and Pronax, is he going to spend this time? No, he's going to wait. And MBK gets the bomb, and that's huge.
Oh, going for the mind games right now. Pronax very clever, breaking that fence so that MBK could hear it. He has to worry a little bit about balcony, but that's not where the play is coming from. MBK is going to be out completely in the open. Pronax expecting him to be holding from the site. That just wasn't the case. MBK this time, one step ahead. And MBK, 16-3-9, already a much better scoreline than what he had going on Mirage.
And that, just between those two players at the end, is such a huge mind game. Pronax knows that MBK has to hold down, that he can't fake it, he has to hold it down. But if he charges up, that gives MBK every opportunity. If he isn't holding it down, he'll just walk out and shoot him. So Pronax has to really make up his mind, and he thought, he's probably going to try and kill me, so actually I'll walk back. And if MBK had gone that, he would have lost a round due to time. He would have run out of time, and Pronax would have just been grinning behind that wall and thinking, I saw that coming. He worked out the other way, so that's just a very sort of delicate mind game between the two top players.
Two masterminds.
Yeah. Well, Apex is gone already, and that was Olafmeister, who's no stranger to that deagle. Looking for a second one.
For a second there, I was like, oh, Olaf. And now Kiyoshima. He's got another one. He's actually just going to be able to keep control over here. I mean, this is going to be the cross your fingers and pray kind of moment for Fnatic. Or if they can actually have some magic here go their way, like some Swedish team out there. I mean, they need that extra round, that gap with Envy. They don't want Envy to get up to 14 rounds and have such a huge lead, because then Envy are just going to run them over. NBK finds Crims. That was over towards Danger, and now 3 players on the state side. I mean, this is the best case scenario for Fnatic. They have all 3 of their players alive on the site, but then the Rifles right now trying to hunt them down, and Kiyoshima, NBK finding the kills. Pronax is looking for that extra one, but wow, Kiyoshima is so thorough. Doesn't help him in the end. He still dies, but he does check the angle.
He does check. It was the last bullet as well from Pronax. That's just annoying, isn't it? 14-6, though. There is no denying that Envy did turn up. You did point it out at the beginning, Samuel, that, you know, usually they end up with a bit of a slow start, and then, you know, they come right back swinging the second map, and it's one hell of a performance here. 14-6. You know, I'm just going to point this out as well. You know, Fnatic Magic does actually rhyme a bit more. There's like a bit more there.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you know, some would say that you know, when Pronax smiles, you know,
that is a magical smile.
Yeah, that is a magical smile.
Kiyoshima and MBK a little bit tagged up early on here. 21st round rolling in, and Envy 2 rounds away from bringing us onto a third map, which would be Cash, and a map that Envy do play very well. And, you know, a lot of people thought maybe Fnatic would have a hard time on. It's going to be a double kill or a double opening here for Envy on that A bomb site, or charging in B bomb site, sorry. And Olofmeister getting a bit of a return here now. 2 versus 3. Kenny and Happy are still left, but no bomb plant, and he's going to miss that shot. Tech9's out. Kenny with a bit of a slip up here, and that's going to leave Happy in a very tricky position, but with a lot of time.
Yeah, still a minute left. He's stepping quite a bit, though, and he's just trying to pull a fast one here, but Flusha not going to get caught off guard this time around. Dunks the nade on him. Actually just delays that push there by Happy. Fraction of a second, makes the shot easier. And 14-7, I mean, don't look so concerned, Happy. You still have, you know, 7 rounds separating you.
If Kenny hits that shot, though, it's a 1v1. Even if he goes down, it's a 1v1 between Happy and whoever else is left, so...
And I wonder if it's... I mean, Kenny's got 19 frags right now, but the last time they were on this map in a major, you know, then, you know, Kenny, it was probably one of the worst performances of his career, so...
Yeah, that was truly awful. You're absolutely right.
This is his chance to kind of bury some demons here.
That was the finals as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, the legendary finals, I mean...
Yeah.
The legendary choke, honestly. But Kenny, 19 frags here, and if they close this map, he can finally lay those demons to rest.
Olaf playing around the mid doors has sustained a bit of damage, trying to see if he could wall bang through, but instead got shut down just a little bit. I think that was Apex shooting on the other side. Flusha playing a really aggressive angle over here, trying to see if he can make that work, and he almost got the shot in. Looked like they actually stacked up in front of him, but it was Kenny a little bit quicker, as he usually is. Olofmeister going to get the refrag on Apex there and trying to fall back. And some backup is rotating in here, but right now they don't know what's happening. I'm wondering if all of us... Yeah, he's going to try and jump up on that hut to see if he can see down middle. And he's going to actually take the fight with MBK and die, so that information is not quite worth dying for.
No, indeed. Now, well, that leaves Crims, JW, and Pronax in a little bit of an awkward spot. 2 players over on the B side, though. This is the right place to be if you're Fnatic right now. Considering Envy, they are gathered up. All 4 players ready to go crashing onto the site. Perfect flash to start things. NBK not flashed either. They're going to be looking for these kills. JW, though, up close will take out one, but it's an effective trade. Bomb still on the site, and they should be able to get the plant. But that double kill coming in. Crimson, Pronax, they peek out at just the right time. And NBK is now in a 1v2 situation with only 15 seconds left. He can get caught, but he just sticks that bomb. And now he's going to be waiting for Fnatic to come to him. But these are the masters of team play. Envy takes out one, and now he knows where the second man is playing from, but he just doesn't have enough HP. He can't reload in time. And it will be Crims once again clutching out a round for Fnatic, keeping them in this map.
Yeah, it's a long struggle back right now for the Swedish team, and you also have to appreciate that these are not rounds that they're winning very convincingly. They're all the time down to 1 or 2 people alive, so if Envy ever do win that 15th round, then they're quickly going to be back in a position where Fnatic are ecoing, and they can just close out this map. So a little bit tricky still.